Coach, I guess we can kind of start off with the obvious there and your thoughts on the disallowed goal against North Dakota on Saturday night.
Well, first and foremost, they were two tremendous games up at the Ralph in Grand Forks. North Dakota's just a tremendous team. They play the game the right way. They play hard. They play smart. They're very structured. All weekend, there was just no room to play. It was very physical. The opposing team was on top of us. We were on top of them. So it was just some outstanding hockey. A real close game on Friday night. Could have gone either way. And then certainly Saturday night was another really strong game. Thought we competed hard all night, faced a little adversity in not having Brandon Bussey available to play, but Ben Blacker went in, as he's done so many times for us, stepped up and played tremendous. Lost Cam Lee early in the hockey game, but our 5D that were dressed played really well and competed all night, played as well as we've had our defense corps play all year. So that's kind of a lead up to the overtime, and we felt that we had won the hockey game. Certainly, we felt there was contact on Hugh McGing that pushed him into the goaltender in a situation where he had no time to react or get out of the way. The officials didn't see it that way. They felt that Hugh had to avoid the goal. I didn't see how that was physically possible. That's how they looked at it, and they made the call. And obviously, very unpopular call with our team, and we weren't as focused as we needed to be on that next shift. And again, that's my responsibility, although we were telling our guys, we got to be ready to go here. We got to be alert. They may not allow the goal, even though we felt for sure they would. But again, it's the referees made a decision, and it went against us in this particular night.
You held North Dakota on the entire weekend to less than 40 shots on goal. What did you do to kind of smother their attack there?
Well, I think it was a case, and obviously we did not generate a ton of shots either, but it was a couple of games. There was a lot of time spent in the neutral zone. People were being knocked off the puck. We were knocking them off the puck before they could get a shot. They were knocking us off the puck. It was just such physical hockey and entertaining hockey, even though there weren't a lot of shots. There were our guys were stepping up. Our gap work was really good. Our back pressure from our forwards was as good as we've had it all year. And certainly our defense corps played outstanding all weekend. And then, both Brandon and Ben were good as well. And we were blocking a lot of shots and just didn't get what we wanted on Saturday night.
Andy, what does the rule book say regarding contact with a player and goaltender interference as developed in this game on Saturday night?
Well, the rule is clear. If there's contact and the player is pushed into the goaltender, then that's not the player's fault. And again, a player has to make an attempt to get out of the way of the goaltender. There's no question about that. There was just no way that Hugh McGing could get out of the way. He was knocked down by Kawaguchi, who brought a stick over top of his shoulder and knocked him down, and then actually extended his arms when Hugh was on the ice. He was on the ice. I don't know how he's supposed to start. And again, this is we need to get over this. And to be honest with you, I should probably stop answering questions about it because we got to move on to Miami. But we'll get rid of it here today and move on. But the rule does say if you're contacted. And again, the officials felt that Hugh had time to make an attempt to get out of the way. Our feeling was there was just no chance. And heck, because it's a pretty slippery piece of ice that you're on, and you can't just stop like that or get out of the way. But that was the call they made.
You guys have dropped the last three, but you could argue a bad, unlucky bounce and a goal that probably should have been allowed. You win two of those games, you're in a different position. Do you still feel like this team's playing some of its best hockey that it has been all year?
Yeah, I would even differ with that opinion. I think we were in a position to win all three games, even the one at home Duluth here in the second game and the one up in Grand Forks and the first night, and then obviously the disallowed goal game as well. But we're playing solid hockey, and right now is the time of the year where you want to be playing that. And again, that's a reference point to the last three games. They don't matter right now. It's how we play this weekend against Miami that's going to make the difference. And we're going to need the support of the general public here. Our students are on break, and I think a lot of them are going to come back. But we need a lot of other, maybe older lunatics coming to the game this weekend and helping us against Miami. But we'll be ready to play Miami.
You go from a situation where you could be as high as, let's say, 10 or something in the pairwise. Now you're 19. Just how important are these two games against Miami? Are they must win?
The only game that's a must win in any sport is when, if you don't win that game, you don't play again. That's the only must win. These are necessary wins. These are wins that we want to have. But basically, the idea is that you play to win each individual game. It stands on its own. Our job at the beginning of the season was to get home ice for the playoffs. That's what we wanted. That's still in front of us. We wanted to pursue an NCHC championship. That's in front of us. We want to win a national championship in Detroit and have the building full of Bronco fans. That's still in front of us as well. So we'll play Miami as hard as we can this weekend, and then we'll move on to the games that are played after that. We're capable of winning playoff games on the road as well as at home. We'd certainly love to play at home to give our seniors 2 more home games and give our fans the chance to see this team play again. And that's what we're going to try to do this weekend, is to put ourselves in that position.
You talked about your seniors. Senior night going to be Saturday. What do those seniors mean to this team, and what have they brought to this program?
Well, I think our seniors, first and foremost, have brought a lot of wins. This 4-year period with this crew has been very successful in terms of the teams that we've beaten, the highly ranked teams that this group has beaten. They're all character guys. They're all unique personalities. They're not the same. There's some guys that are quiet. You've got your Cale Bennett's, your 4.0 student, and you've got some other guys that are a little more rambunctious and need to keep your eye on a little bit, but they're enthusiastic. They come to the rink every day to play. And, on Saturday night, we dressed a senior goaltender, Ben Blacker, and our seniors were pretty darn excited to support him on that night. They're really a tight group, and it's going to be sad to see them off here as well. And I'm looking forward to that next stage of my relationship with them, where it's no longer coach and athlete, and looking forward to staying in contact with them. They'll be supporters of the Bronco program going forward. They were that committed to our program and still are.
You had 2 tough games down in Miami, and they're coming in not having given up a goal last weekend with a sweep over Omaha. What are you expecting from the Redhawks?
You're trying to give me some more sleepless nights this week, Adam? Yeah, I mean, they didn't give up a goal last weekend. They're a Chris Bergeron coach team. It's a special rivalry we have with Miami, being the 2 teams that came from the CCHA to our new league. And, they're going to play us hard. There's no question about it. It doesn't matter where you are in the standings on a game-by-game basis. When we play Miami, it's a special hockey game, and we have to be at our best. And it doesn't matter what their record is, and our record is it's Miami Western, and we need to be ready for it, and we will be.
Obviously, tough outcome to this series over the weekend. Your line was a big part of limiting North Dakota, one of the best attacking teams in the country, to under 40 combined shots on the weekend. What did you, Paul, and Jason do to kind of frustrate them?
Yeah, we knew going into the weekend that obviously they're very good offensively, so we kind of worked on that all week, just defensive zone, like our structure and all that. So I think we just came in prepared, and we did the job that we needed to do.
Last home weekend of your career for the regular season, at least, and obviously the home playoffs are within grasp. How does that feel?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, 4 years go by so fast. I feel like I just got here the other day. So, it's you just kind of want to take it all in, and these are moments that you'll never forget. So it's pretty great.
You guys lost the last 3, but arguably you could have won all 3 of those games. Do you still feel like if you didn't have that bad bounce, or even though you had that bad bounce and whatnot, you're still playing your best hockey right now?
Yeah, I think we're playing great, and it's 3 games that could have gone either way. So I think we're just looking to the future here. We got to keep going and just got to keep playing. So,
as a senior, what does Western Michigan hockey mean to you going into senior night?
Well, I mean, it's been awesome playing here. They're the team that gave me the opportunity to play college hockey, so I'll be forever grateful for it. And Me and everyone else in this class, I think we've put everything into the 4 years that we've been here. So it's been great and just taking it all in.